Big changes have arrived in the real estate world, and if you're a home buyer or seller, this is already impacting your next move. Since August of 2024, the new settlement between the National Association of Realtors and plaintiffs has changed how agents work with you and how you work with agents. Whether you're buying your first home or looking to sell, understanding these new rules can save you time, money, and a lot of headaches. So what's changed? If you're working with a buyer agent, you now need to sign a written agreement before you tour a home. This isn't just paperwork. It outlines how much your agent gets paid, who pays them, and ensure all those fees are crystal clear before you even step into a house. One major shift is that agents must now define their compensation in specific terms, like a flat fee or a percentage, not just what the seller is offering. And yes, you can negotiate. This settlement reinforces the idea that agent commissions aren't set in stone. So if you're uncertain about the fees, ask. The single most difficult element of this change is the idea that a buyer who often doesn't know the agent at all is being asked to commit to them in writing that they will be obligated to pay the agent if they want to buy a house where commission is not offered. To my mind, that's like signing a contract that you'll work with a particular car salesman when you just walked on the lot wanting to test drive a car or two. Yeah, no thanks, I'll pass on that. To bridge that trust gap, touring agreements have been created. For example, with my company, we offer touring services. Here's what that means. The buyer owes nothing for the touring services. The buyer and the agent have not entered into an agency agreement. The buyer confirms they have not signed a broker agreement with another agent, that there's also a time limit of 7 days or some negotiated period of time. The obvious point of this touring agreement is it gives both parties a chance to see if they want to work together, a dating period, if you will. Another point is I said an agent may offer a touring agreement because some agents may choose not to participate in this option. It's not required, it's just a bridging option. Well, why wouldn't they, you might ask? Because, frankly, the document states that they're working for free. Not all agents will want to set that tone with a buyer. As for me, I'll decide if I'll offer a touring agreement when I meet somebody. The reason for this is most of the time I can tell when someone just wants me to be a tour guide. This may sound a bit harsh, but I learned early in my career by making this very mistake. People will use you as a door opener for as long as you let them, and then try to buy a house you help them find directly from the listing agent to negotiate a better price for themselves. Does that sound jaded? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. A couple of red flags are they don't have a clear picture of what they want in a house. It's almost as if they're searching for ideas. Or they won't talk to a lender to get pre-approved. Or promise but never supply proof of funds from a bank if you need them. To be frank, this rule change is a massive benefit for those of us who want to focus on serious buyers, ensuring that our time is spent guiding committed clients, not just taking looky-loos on home tours. He's so mean. The written agreement between you and your agent isn't just a formality. It provides transparency. You'll know exactly what services you're paying for and what to expect from your agent. While I have heard some states already required this for years, it's now standard across the board for anyone using the MLS. We are now called MLS participants, apparently. One key point, this applies to virtual tours too. If you're doing a live virtual tour, you'll still need to sign that agreement first. However, if you're just casually chatting with an agent at an open house, no paperwork is needed in that case. What could go wrong there? The reason is they represent the seller, not you, the buyer. And just know, every single thing you say that would be important to the seller in deciding whether or not to work with you is not confidential. Expect your conversation to be shared by the listing agent with the seller. By the way, if you're moving anywhere in the U.S. and you need assistance, send me an email or a text. I'm part of a nationwide network that can help you connect with a great agent. If you're selling, you can still offer compensation to buyer's agents, but the way you communicate that is different now. You can no longer list the compensation on the MLS. However, you can offer other concessions like covering closing costs to make your listing more attractive to buyers. Sellers should now expect an offer on their home to include a request for buyer agent commissions spelled out specifically on the contract. The buyer agent commission is now negotiated in the offer, just like the sales price and everything else. Here's the wrinkle created by the new rules. If you, the seller, offer less commission than the buyer agent and buyer have agreed to on their written agreement, the buyer may choose to walk away from the negotiations because they either don't have the money or don't want to pay their buyer agent commission on top of all the other expenses that goes into buying a home. So whether you're buying or selling, the key takeaway here is transparency. Everyone knows exactly what they're paying and what they're getting in return. These changes are now in effect as of August 2024. So if you're planning to buy or sell, it's crucial to understand how this impacts you. For buyers, signing that written agreement before touring is the new norm. For sellers, the way you work with buyer agents has shifted, but you still have options to keep your listing competitive. This video is designed to be general in scope. I'm going to have more specific ones coming out very soon, so keep your eye out for that. Hey, if you're getting value from my videos and you want to stay up to date with the change in real estate market, hit subscribe, tap that bell. It'll help both of us. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.